farm, family, community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning, I'm Elaine Wells, and thank you for spending part of your weekend with us here on Midwest Farm Weekly. On today's show, giving new life to a Door County farm property. It is transforming into luxury accommodations with pickleball courts, a putting green, and much more. We will take you on a tour. Then in Life on the Farm, the changing landscape of agriculture, how a company that got started installing silos is pivoting to serve the community. And a local farm gets a major financial boost to build a system that transforms manure waste into organic fertilizers. In your news headlines this week, USDA released a long-awaited final decision with reforms to pricing formulas used by the federal milk marketing order system. Farmers will now vote to approve the changes or reject the system. I spoke with the Wisconsin Cheesemakers Association about the proposal.
So federal milk marketing orders are geographic areas, very simply. They are areas of states, and they've been around since the 1930s. And it's a way for USDA to collect dairy farmers in groups and say, this is going to be your milk price.
The last updates were made in 2008, and a lot has changed for farmers and processors in that time.
For example, a cheesemaker makes 20 cents per pound on that milk price for their cheddar cheese. And that hasn't changed in 16 years. But as you can imagine, energy, wages, packaging, transportation, everything's gone up in 16 years, but they still get 20 cents per pound, just like they did back in 2008.
USDA's plan is wide-ranging, covering everything from milk composition factors to class differentials. And while some dairy groups say it doesn't go far enough, the Cheesemakers Association says it will at least help.
We are happy to see that the producers are getting the make allowance changed. And also at the same time, because the value of bottled milk was lifted, the farmers will actually see a slight increase in their milk price over 5 years, according to the University of Wisconsin. So cheesemakers are getting, on cheddar cheese, for example, I mentioned that their make allowance now is 20 cents per pound of cheddar. That's going to about 25 cents per pound after 16 years. And at the same time, dairy farmers will see their milk price slightly up. So it does seem to be a win-win.
And a move that helps keep dairy strong in Wisconsin.
It's important for people to understand that these are base prices, and it's important for farms to know too. Throughout Wisconsin, you do see prices added on for a farm that produces more protein, high quality milk, lots of milk. There are other systems to give additional amounts of money beyond what the government sets, which is really a base price. So you do see Wisconsin still is a great place to make milk because we've got over 100 companies still buying milk from dairy farmers in Wisconsin. And in other states, sometimes there's one or two buyers. So we're still a healthy dairy state.
The USDA will mail ballots to independent milk producers and to dairy cooperatives. A 2/3 majority will be needed to approve these changes in the federal milk marketing order system. All of those ballots must be postmarked by December 31st to be counted. Wisconsin will receive over $3.5 million in federal funding aimed at strengthening fertilizer production. Bentley Farms in Shawano County will use this funding to implement a nutrient concentration system that transforms manure waste into organic fertilizers. Once operational, the system is projected to produce nearly 40 million gallons of organic fertilizer annually, create 9 new jobs, and of course enhance local agriculture, providing a sustainable fertilizer source. The funding is provided by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Fertilizer Product Expansion Program. Lawmakers are reaching out to USDA following a situation that left Midwest farmers with millions of chickens and no market for them. Pure Prairie's poultry bankruptcy resulted in nearly 50 farmers and more than 2 million chickens throughout Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa left without feed or processing options. Wisconsin Congressman Derek Van Orden, along with U.S. representatives from Minnesota and Iowa, penned a letter to the U.S. Department of Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack, highlighting the lack of oversight and accountability by USDA. These members of Congress requested answers from the agency on their loan and grant processes, as well as their knowledge of Pure Prairie Poultry's bankruptcy filing. The letter says in part, quote, the USDA will answer for the $45.6 million in loans and grants given to Pure Prairie Poultry, and PPP will answer for what they did with that money before they stiffed our farmers, end quote. Still to come on Midwest Farm Weekly, a new place to stay in Door County. We'll give you a tour of a former farmstead now welcoming families to grow their own memories.
Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Brian Mickey. Brian, thank you so much for your time today.
My pleasure. Thanks for being out here.
Yep. And Brian, you work for Foxland Incorporated, correct?
Yes, I do. I am a sales territory manager for Foxland Incorporated. I cover from Door County to Milwaukee and from Lake Michigan to about Highway 41.
And Brian, Foxland Incorporated, you have multiple locations, right?
Yes, our main office is out of Kaukauna. We also have a Stratford office and a Dodgeville location. So we theoretically, we can cover pretty much the whole state, which we do, and then we also go up into the UP and also travel out of state, surrounding close by states. Try to stay close to home, but go where the customers need us.
Right, and you put a lot of miles on your truck, I'm sure.
Yes, we do.
I think of Foxland Incorporated, I think of Foxland Harvester. That was the company's previous name, right?
That's Foxland got its start back in 1976 with a couple different things, primarily putting up harvester silos, but as farming has changed, Foxland has changed with it, and now we specialize more on manure systems in barns, out of barns, and moving manure for customers of all sizes.
Right, and we don't see many harvester silos being built anymore. Unfortunately.
No, it's changed. We still service them and put a few up every now and then, but it has definitely changed.
But the manure equipment is what I wanted to talk to you about. You are demoing kind of an interesting pump today, correct?
Yes, we have a lagoon pump here today that it kind of goes against a little bit of what a lot of other lagoon pumps do. This pump runs on a 540 PTO, and we only need a tractor that is right around 160 to 165 horse. So we're saving the customer the money of running a 200 or 250 horsepower tractor. So you'll have savings on that on the tractor, and then also fuel savings on top of it.
Right, and explain to me how the pump is supposed to be used in the manure pit.
So that pump can work either as a traditional lagoon pump for pumping tanker or loading tankers, but it also has a plate that can be removed that will make it function as agitation prop also, in addition to the pumping.
Right. And that's what it's being used for today,
correct?
So, talk about this efficiency. I've done many segments with, we got to be efficient with our cows, with our feeding, with everything else. And it really comes down to being efficient at every aspect of a farm operation, doesn't it?
It does. Farmers have been told for years to become more efficient, and they have to look at every aspect of their operation to see where they can cut corners to save a few dollars here and there, and it all adds up over time.
Right. So Brian, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate showing me what you got today.
Thank you.
So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.
Welcome back to Midwest Farm Weekly. The team from Scoops in Chilton is currently at a national ice cream competition. They have won before, and when you see the care that goes into the recipes, it is easy to see why. Here's how you can snack on this locally made winner, featuring plenty of fresh dairy.
Hi, I'm Marco with Terra Verde Scoops, and today we are here at Scoops Ice Cream House, which is located in Chilton. Every year we submit ice creams so that we can see where we're standing with our qualities, and we submit them to the National Ice Cream Association of North America. We have won blue ribbons and red ribbons and white ribbons for some of our ice creams. Our top flavor is vanilla, and then our chocolate had won 2 red ribbons, and our strawberry has won a red and a white ribbon. But our vanilla, it is supremely awesome. It is from Madagascar. It's a special blend that we have made for us, and it has won blue ribbon always. So it's very, very good ice cream. Here in the shop, we constantly have on the floor, we have 24 flavors, of which 16 are the sweet 16s that we like to call them. Those are by far the favorites, which range all the way from obviously vanilla to salted caramel, birthday cake, blue moon, of course, Death by Chocolate, mint chip, black cherry, those classics that are made right here in the shop that are delicious and creamy. Since it's an ice cream parlor, then we do have everything under the sun when it comes to preparing different kinds of items and treats, all the way from milkshakes and malts to sundaes to affogatos, which are really interesting because we have a combination of coffee and ice cream. So it's an espresso over ice cream of your choice. And then you can make your milkshakes with any of our ice cream. It doesn't have to be chocolate, strawberry, or vanilla. It could be a Death by Chocolate milkshake. It could be a black cherry ice cream. It could be a birthday cake ice cream, milkshake, which is actually very popular. We also do avalanches, which is it's like a super thick milkshake that has the mixings in it. So you can add all the toppings that you like to it as well.
No judgment now. If you want to eat ice cream for breakfast, you can head to East Chestnut Street in Chilton for a scoop of your own. If you're looking for a fantastic fall soup recipe, the Wisconsin Beef Council has a suggestion that features ground beef, smoked beef sausage, vegetables, and pasta.
Hi everybody, I've got one of my favorite beef checkoff soup recipes. It is so easy, but it's so full of flavor. It literally has 6 ingredients, only takes 25 minutes. And I'm starting with a pound of lean ground beef, so it's economical. So I've got browned up in my pot here a pound of lean ground beef. I've got a ground sirloin, ground round. Now at home you could use any kind of ground beef, any fat content, because you could brown this up and then take the extra step to drain some of the drippings or the fat off. But here at the TV station, I like to just use a nice lean ground beef. Costs a little bit more, but it's so much easier for me. So I've got that browned up, took about 8 minutes. Then we're gonna add in some frozen mixed vegetables, just a couple cups. I've got corn, peas, carrot mixture, 1 can of Italian seasoned stewed tomatoes, 4 cups of beef broth or stock, and 2 cups of water. So bring this back up to a boil, then turn it down and let it simmer about 8 minutes. Just to kind of warm up everything, get it heated through. Then we're gonna add in our noodles. So I'll do it quicker here on TV. But I just got a cup and a half of elbow, like a medium elbow noodle. And then let that simmer a little bit longer, another 8 minutes, till your noodles are about done. Then, with a couple minutes left, you're gonna add in 1 ring of beef smoked sausage. And that's what's gonna give it a really awesome, kind of a beefy, harvesty flavor. So 6 ingredients, 25 minutes, start to finish. Of course, you could make this the day ahead. It's even better that way. I made this one yesterday, and it kind of thickened up a little bit. All my flavors melded together, but it's so warm, so tasty. Just a perfect, easy, economical beef soup recipe. Perfect for any night of the week. Beeftips.com is our Wisconsin Beef Council website. You can find it there. Click on As Seen on TV, and you'll find our beefy harvest soup recipe.
A former farm has new life as a boutique vacation destination in Door County. I headed to the peninsula to explore the preservation and expansion of this unique site.
I think we wanted people to have a special place that was super unique, forward in design, but forward in activities.
Inspired by the Finnish word loma, meaning holiday, the Loma Cottages concept is taking shape.
It's a special property. You can feel it, and that obviously goes back to the history of it being a 100-plus-year-old farmstead, and there's a lot of effort and toil and love that's been put into this property. So you have this special feeling, and the location in Door County, you can't beat it.
It's centrally located between Bailey's Harbor, Egg Harbor, Fish Creek, and then it's neighboring a golf course and orchards. So the orchards give it a really natural feel, and the history of it, the agriculture of the apples, the people used to grow apples on here.
The goal is to blend the heritage of the property with the comforts of modern living.
Just about everything is brand new. We kept all the wood floors that we could, but we refinished them. But all bathrooms, all kitchens, HVAC, everything's brand new.
Trying to provide the most elevated hospitality that we can. So while we might be considered to some people like an Airbnb, but we're not. You can book direct through us. That we try to be elevated hospitality like you would go to a hotel and experience. So that's what we're focused on providing through the linens, the towels, all the amenities that we have on site.
Fire pits, a putting green, and pickleball courts welcome families to share time together on their vacation.
It's designed to be a year-round destination. We have outdoor sauna, so hopefully that draws a lot of people up, as well as the new cottages have indoor wood-burning stoves. So people can cozy up and build a fire in their cottage in the middle of winter.
Preserving historic buildings is a passion for the team.
Character is really hard to create from thin air, so it's a lot more challenging to do, and I tell you, the new cottages went a lot more smooth. But the character that was created, I mean, took 100 years, so that part of it was special.
When the 4 new cottages are finished, Loma will sleep 38. You can book a cottage or 2 or the whole property.
It's so great that families can come here, like somebody like my age and their grandparents or their mom and dad to watch their grandkids, and they can stay in separate accommodations.
We hope that Loma becomes an annual tradition for pretty much any family who stays here. We've had some guests stay here this past summer, and one of their favorite memories that they shared with us of their time here on the property was that they had a grandmother who was in her early 70s playing pickleball with her 9-year-old grandson, and then every age in between, that they could all gather together, not only just to be together, but also play pickleball and spend time, and that's something that they're never going to forget, and we hope that they decide to come back and do that year after year.
If you are looking to book a stay, we have a link to the Loma Cottages in the Midwest Farm section of wearegreenbay.com.
Good morning, I'm Storm Team 5 meteorologist Alexis Daniak. Still many dry spots across the Midwest after this week has passed. However, it is really nice to see so many of these numbers in almost every spot finally with positive numbers, with the exception of Detroit, about 1/2 inch below average for precip for the month of November. Almost all of us are seeing above average numbers, about 1 inch above where we should be here in Green Bay for precipitation, over 5 inches above where we should be down in Wichita, which is a spot that experienced such an extreme drought throughout this summer. Still some very dry spots into the western parts of the Dakotas, but most of those numbers are back to above average. So far for the entire year here in Green Bay, we've accumulated over 32 inches of liquid precipitation, so we're getting closer to average for this time of the year. About 42 inches over in Louisville, about 16 inches what we've accumulated of precipitation over into Bismarck, and most places in the southern parts of the Midwest around 31 to 32 inches. Now, as we continue through the next week to week and a half, looks like we'll see more rain come through and maybe even some snowfall just slightly for the first time for many areas, especially west of Green Bay and west of Wisconsin. Places into the southwestern Midwest accumulating roughly 2 inches of precipitation. This could be snowfall, this could be liquid precip. Here in Green Bay, we're looking to accumulate roughly close to 1.5 inches of rainfall. So those northern parts of the Midwest and through the Northeast and through the Great Plains looking to stay above average for precip as we head through the next week to 2 weeks. More dry air will be areas further to our south and further into the southern half of the country. And you can see exactly that's lining up with our precipitation outlook for the months of December, even to January and even to February. We will see an above normal spot for precipitation here in the northern parts of the Midwest. Now, cooler air will remain through those southern states as well. Here in northeast Wisconsin, the northern half of Minnesota, and even northern half of Michigan, more mild temperatures will develop, even though we have equal chances to go above or below for precip for December, January, and February here in Wisconsin and the northern half of Illinois. Drier conditions will return as we head into the end of that part of the day on Sunday. Mostly cloudy but dry still for Monday. However, notice as we head into Tuesday and then eventually into Wednesday, that rainfall over into Minnesota, the Dakotas will eventually turn to looks like some light snowfall and even mixed showers that'll get closer to the western half of Wisconsin. Doesn't look like we will see too much snow here, but there is a chance to see mixed showers just by Thursday of next week.
Possibly a few flakes on the remaining corn, about 10% of that crop remaining to be harvested. Thanks for the update, Alexis.
Yeah, it's nice to see that time of year again.
Thanks for joining us on Midwest Farm Weekly.